It is my singular honor and privilege to address you all at this official opening of the 30th session of the Junior Parliament being held here at the Harare City Sports Center. This session affords us an opportunity to collectively consider the life of our children, yourselves. Embrace your views, ideas, experiences towards charting a brighter and a prosperous future for all in our great motherland, Zimbabwe. I take this opportunity to thank the outgoing child president of the Junior Parliament, Her Excellency Hazel Mandaza, for the work she and her team of young parliamentarians undertook during the past year. Today, we blend this session of the Junior Parliament with commemorations of the Day of the African Child and to advance Africa's 2040 agenda for children and young people. In doing so, we join the rest of Africa and other progressive organizations to honor and remember the young students from Soweto killed in the 1976 uprisings. Theirs was a fight against the oppressive apartheid-inspired education system. Here in Zimbabwe, we also lost many of our young boys and girls to the minority Rhodesian oppressive system, brutal attacks in their quest for independence, self-determination, and democracy. We must therefore never forget the gruesome experiences many of our young boys and girls were subjected to during that harsh period of our colonial history across the African continent. As we recall such suffering and sacrifices of our young people then, for the freedom we enjoy today, let us continue to nurture and inspire our young boys and girls to remain custodians of our prosperous future and to drive Africa's renaissance and ultimately a continent we all want. In the context of leaving no one and no place behind, my government remains committed to ensuring the implementation of responsive policies and programs towards unlocking the full potential of young people, your talents, to contribute to sustain the efforts of our nation building. Honorable junior parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, the Children's Parliament, which is now in its 30th year, has endured the test of time and have proven that our children are aware of the world around them. We therefore celebrate the milestones we have made in advancing children's aspirations, your rights, your welfare, whilst we work concertedly towards finding ways to tackle emerging challenges and the gaps that still exist. In light of this, the theme of the 2022 Day of the African Child, which is today, and I quote, eliminating harmful practices affecting children, progress on policy and practice since 2013, end of quote, is quite befitting and the most opportune. It is also reflective of the commitment by African member states of Africa to get rid of harmful social and cultural practices affecting our children on the continent. This, therefore, motivates us as government and other stakeholders to reflect on and evaluate the programs, projects, and activities implemented to realize the desires of an African child. At the behest of this august House, government commissioned a research to interrogate the various social, cultural, and structural practices affecting our children and young people. As a listening administration or government, we have taken up the recommendations of the research to inform the formulation and implementation of appropriate and concrete measures to address challenges which may exist across all levels. In this regard, we are speedily attending to the amendment of the Children's Act with regards to outlawing child marriages, and providing for a second chance to education facility for girls who prematurely leave school. The amendment further provides for criminalization of the employment of children, facilitate early family interventions, family preservation programs, as well as the delivery of quality services for children, among other activities. Furthermore, the tabling of the Child Justice Bill in Parliament is being accelerated with a view of establishing a friendly and effective justice system for those children in conflict or in contact with the law. In addition, the enactment of the National Youth Act, as well the National Youth Service Act, to legislate on youth empowerment, wealth creation, inclusive economic development, and the growth is high, very high on our legislative agenda, driven by my Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziambe. I exhort government ministries, departments, and agencies through the whole of government approach to continue promoting public awareness and engagement, programs that advance the interests of children. This must see us protect your dignity, your physical, psychological, integrity, development, participation, your health, education, and the social status of children in all our communities. Meanwhile, I commend the efforts of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Drugs and Substance Abuse that we set up to help the young people realize the dangers associated with drug and substance abuse. More work must be done with regards realizing our targets of a drug-free society. This committee and law enforcement agencies, families and communities in general must continue to work together and deal decisively with the drug cartels, including their supply chains. To augment these efforts, the establishment of functional, fully equipped and modern multi-purpose youth recreational centers and other facilities in communities right across the country must be accelerated. I assure you, our young children, our young people, that my government stands ready to support programs and projects to ensure that you enjoy and fulfill your lives with broad opportunities created by our administration. In this technologically driven society, we must adapt and develop along with the ongoing digital revolution. You, the young, are more suited to adapt to digital revolution than us of the old. The pervasive digital ecosystem entails that the downside risks, such as cyberbullying, among other cyber threats, follow children and the youths everywhere. We must, therefore, continue to sharpen strategies which ensure that the use of new technologies advance problem-solving capabilities, innovation and inventions by our young people. Equally, improving your safety and self-expression, empowerment and competitiveness across the various sectors of the economy must be pursued with greater focus. It is a burden upon you, our children. We would want you in future to be responsible for whatever you have. You must produce the food you eat. You must produce the drink you drink. You must produce the clothes you put on. You must produce the shoes you put on. You must produce the beds you sleep on. You must produce the books you read. And you must produce the cell phones you spend time on yourselves. You should not look down upon yourselves. In fact, under the Second Republic, after the introduction of innovation hubs and industrial parks at universities, we are discovering that our young people, our children, are highly talented on the continent. We are proud of you. However, I take this opportunity of this occasion to applaud the work of UNICEF and other development partners in complementing my government in the rollout of multifaceted development programs. The various synergies and the collaboration are assisting in improving the welfare, the care, and the protection of orphans and vulnerable children. Ladies and gentlemen, and our young parliamentarians, I call upon our children, yourselves, and the young people throughout the country to always uphold the values in our philosophy of Ubuntu, and our rich cultural heritage. Equally, the use of our indigenous languages in our communities as a mechanism and media to advance our culture, our history, and national development aspirations must be promoted by you, our leaders of tomorrow, in this august house. There is not a single language which is superior to the other. All our mother languages are equally important. While your rights are espoused, articulated in Article 3 of the African Children's Charter, you, our children, individually and collectively, have the responsibility and the duty and the burden to be patriotic about your country, to be loyal to your country, responsible and productive citizens of your country. Be proud to be Zimbabweans and be proud to be Africans, while volunteering to advance our shared aspirations. As your leaders, and as your parents, and as your guardians, we expect that through an entrepreneurial work ethic and productive mindset, you will endeavor to put the collective and the shared development ambitions of your communities, our country and the continent Africa first. This Parliament must therefore prioritize our call for the production of the made in Zimbabwe by you, and the made in Africa goods by you, with regards meeting our present realities and economic needs. Honorable child parliamentarians, I remind you and the nation that the COVID-19 pandemic is still with us. We must continue adhering to the public health regulations and the protocols to protect our lives. I also urge you, dear young parliamentarians, to also educate your peers on the benefits of getting vaccinated and encourage those who are yet to get vaccinated to do so immediately. As champions of cleanliness and the beautification of our surrounding environments, I also challenge you to continue campaigning against littering and work with your families, communities, schools, and churches to uphold good sanitation and hygienic standards. Our country has millions of children of your age, But they have been selected through a democratic process to represent them. So you must, and I repeat, you must discharge that responsibility responsibly. Finally, let me reiterate that under the Second Republic, children and young people will always be at the core of our development agenda and Vision 2030. My government remains determined to listen to the concerns of you, our children, as well as act, provide resources, support and guidance, and provide you with leadership. With these remarks, it is now my honor and privilege to declare the 30th session of the Junior Parliament officially launched and opened. I wish you fruitful deliberations. God bless you all. God bless Africa. God bless Zimbabwe.